crowd when I go to vote. I need to see this crowd at city council meetings. Because when we sit together and see this, and ignore the they and the them, and that's their neighborhood, their problem, that's when we start to win. That's when we start to win. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of work. It's been a long year already. Most of you find out in 2020 what you can actually get through. But let me tell you right now, that is the only way you're going to make a lasting and permanent change. Is to pick up that mantle and march and work, but you have to speak to your power and go where your representatives are.
All right.
So is this on? Oh, is that better? So I'm asking you not just to be here in this moment.
Turn it up. Louder.
Is this better? Yeah. All right. Sorry about the sound. This is kind of on the fly. I need you to speak to the people that aren't here. The people that are afraid to be here, that are afraid of you, that are afraid of movements, that are afraid of their own voice and protest, which is why they're always trying to shut you down. This is your right. This is your birthright to be here. There is nothing more American than what you are doing right now. We are not the fringe, you are not the others, there is no divide. Everyone has a right to do exactly what you're doing right now. But you need to protect all of them. All of those rights and everything that we're fighting for. You're fighting for your neighbors whether you like them or not. And they're your neighbors whether they like you or not. I don't care about concrete and windows. I care about lives. I care about human beings. That said, don't give anybody the excuse to take away from what you're asking for by being able to highlight those things. All this media came out today, and all over Kenosha, all they showed were pictures of burnt trucks and broken windows. Not the people cleaning up, not the decent people in this community that came together today. Make sure you take control of that narrative. When this is over and the crowds aren't as large, make sure that you're telling this same story in your house, to your neighbors, to your congregation, to your classmates. This needs to carry on. So I thank you all for being here today. I really do. I thank you for being here peacefully. But I want you to remember, I need every single person standing in front of me to be registered to vote and to register someone else and to vote in every election. Because those nameless, faceless people that you refer to as they have more power over your life than what we worry about. Your city council, your county board, your DA, your mayor, your sheriff control more of your life than Trump or Biden ever will. They decide your taxes, they decide who gets prosecuted, they decide everything about what's available in your community. Learn their names. While we make them learn the names of the people that we're mourning, make sure you learn their names. Contact them. Know who your alderman is. Know who your county supervisor is. And know who your neighbor is. Because we've kind of lost that too. So again, I thank you. I thank you for being peaceful tonight and going against everything that everybody expected to happen this evening. Keep it that way. I appreciate you. I see a lot of love in front of me. Thank you so much for being in Kenosha. I'm going to bring up a few other people for just a second. Bear with me, I know it's hot. But I want to introduce Miss Angela Cunningham, a lawyer and the city attorney, is working to make this city a better place every single day. Angela.
Damn, bro, you literally just stood right in front of me, dude.
Who's frustrated? Who cried when you saw
Hope this
that
doesn't
video?
bother you, but it's the only way I can get the shot now since you stood right in
I want
front
to
of me.
follow up with what Terrence said. You need to use that anger,
Appreciate you,
that
man.
frustration, that
Appreciate you.
tired feeling you have to change the leadership in this community. Right now, use your voices to make sure that they know what we want. And what do we want? And when do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! And when do we want it? Now! We want the officers who shot Jacob Blake in the back. We want them fired, we want them arrested, and we want them prosecuted. Show up to your city council meetings, show up to your county board meetings, and talk to your elected officials. Tell them what we need in this community. It was only a matter of time before it happened here. I hate to say that, but as a defense attorney, I see some stuff that I don't like. And we need to do something about that. Jacob Blake was the icing on the cake, was the straw that broke the camel's back. But there are people every single day whose civil rights are violated. Police officers are using a little bit too much force when they're interacting with the people in our community. And the laws protect them. And how do we change those laws? Change the laws! We vote them out of office. Exactly. Exactly. That means you register to vote. That means right now in the time of COVID, you ask for an absentee ballot and you mail it in as soon as possible. Actually, you drop it off at City Hall in the drop box so you don't have to worry about the mail. And right now, we're kind of stuck with the list of options that are on the ballot for November. But there's elections every year. People here, you have the power to stand up and represent your community. Consider running for office. Consider finding somebody to represent you, who's going to stand up and change the laws and make them fair for everyone in the community. You have power. Use it. Use it in the numbers and the voices that you're using now. Use it in the ballot box. Use it in voting in people who will make laws that support us. Because what do we want? And when do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! And when do we want it? Now! I do not want to see one more young black man in our community get shot. I am the mother of a young black man. When my mother called me and said, I heard about what happened in Kenosha, and my first thought was it Sean? Was it my grandson? I knew it wasn't him because I knew he was at work. But as a black mother, that should not be the first thought that comes into my mind. And we need to change that. Use this energy. Like Terrence said, don't just drop off in a week or 2 weeks. Use this energy, keep showing up, keep demanding change, and if the change doesn't happen, vote them out. I'll bring Terrence back to close up.
Hello, Kenosha. My name is Shayna Griffin. I just became the alderperson of the 7th District.
Woo!
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It's tough to be the only one. It's so much pressure. But I'm so thankful to see everyone here who deserve to be here, just like I deserve to be in that building just as well. And I promised to be a voice, and that's all I wanted to do, was be a voice, because I knew that our voice was not being heard. So my information is out there. Contact me. I'm in the 7th District. I'm new. I'm learning. I'm going to do what is right, but I'm trying to reach everyone. And I'm going door to door, absentee ballots. I'm going door to door with resources, information, because it's out there. We really don't know, because we're not looking, and we don't know where to look. and I want to be a resource for everyone. Thank you.
We've been out here all day. That's the first elected official that's came out here and stood with us. So we need to give her another round of applause.
Just one more word for me, and then I'll shut up and get out of everybody's way. I just want to say again, what we want you to take from this evening. You went through a lot of trouble to be here tonight. You crossed roadblocks, you came out in the heat, you took off work. This wasn't easy. You've already spent more time out here today than you would spend voting all year on this afternoon. No, seriously, think about that. It takes me 5 minutes to vote in my district. Twice a year. I'm out in and out in under 15 minutes. You've been out here all day. So don't think about it being difficult. And when we ask you to show up to city council meetings and common council meetings, don't be intimidated. One thing you're going to find out very quickly, shockingly, is that the people running this country are not smarter than you. They aren't better than you. And as a matter of fact, this is something you should never forget. In this democratic republic, they work for you. You employ them. You pay their salaries, you pay for these buildings, you pay for these elections, and you select these people. When they cease to do their jobs, when they cease to work for you, whatever you believe in, fire them. Fire them and replace them with people that are going to do the job that we need to get done. We're over it. The majority of positions in this state, and there were 15,000 elected officials in Wisconsin, are nonpartisan. Their only job is to work for you, not a party. So I don't really care about parties. I've never joined one. I don't see myself doing it. Not a party.
Hey, I'm dead.
So I don't really care about parties. I've never joined one.
I'm dead.
I don't see myself doing it. I already have a crew that I'm in that I was
Look
born
at
into.
the Fox 6 News.
And I care about that more than anybody else. And I didn't mean black, I mean American. Is that some of us are going to get hurt, okay? And it's going to make it harder to get justice for everyone. So thank you. Love to everyone. March peacefully. And we hope to see you again in the seats of power in Kenosha real soon. Thank you very much.
Everyone, we can't stop today. We must do this again tomorrow. If you can come out tomorrow, if you can come out the day after, we want to come out every day until we get what we want. What we want? Justice! When we want it? Now! And what we want is that we want to have these police fired, arrested, and prosecuted. And until we get that, and Chance was talking about voting, I'm not a registered voter in Wisconsin. I live in just 10 minutes away. Arrested and prosecuted. And until we get that, and Chance was talking about voting, I'm not a registered voter in Wisconsin. I live in just 10 minutes away. But I do have a property there. But I want to tell y'all something. The mayor here has ran uncontested. How many of these police are fired, arrested, and prosecuted? And until we get that, and Chance was talking about voting, I'm not a registered voter in Wisconsin. I live in just 10 minutes away. To these city council meetings, it's just sit there. If you don't know what's going on, if you keep going, you figure it out. You know, and if you got something to say, write it out before you go. You get 3 minutes to speak. You know, they gotta let you in. So, with that being said, what do we want? Justice! When we want it? Now! When we want it? Now! Y'all notice something else. I donated, y'all know I'm the founder of Lake County chapter of Black Lives Matter. And I donated our flag to the city of Kenosha, and it's flying high.
They gonna tear that shit down later on. We ain't gonna talk about that.
No, we ain't gonna tear that one down.
No, not the one shit.
Good evening, everybody. I said good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We came out here to celebrate and do something specific.
Longer than the pep rally at school.
Am I wrong? No. We came out here to show that we're in support of each other. We came out here to show that black, white, and brown all can do this in behalf of Black lives. Yes, sir. We came out here to show that this can't be tolerated. We came out here to show that we understand the powers that be work for us. Am I wrong? Do you understand that? You let them know it. How you let them know it is like my man Terrence said. You get an understanding of what voting means. You get an understanding of who you're voting for. You get an understanding that all of this is systemic because this entire system was built for the benefit of one group at the expense of all other groups. It has continued to operate that way, and it continues to operate this way today. And unfortunately, the people who are most affected by it are the least active. Why is that? Because you keep getting disenfranchised for stupid reasons. You keep getting disenfranchised for reasons that make sense for the powers that be, to keep the powers in the hands that be. My name is Carl. I'm with a group called Expo, Ex-Incarcerated People Organizing, which means I'm a disenfranchised individual. You understand? I know what I'm talking about, but
Well, he need to go get my man out of jail for doing all of that.
Right, that's
Look
what
at my man.
working with
Thank you.
Because they sexually assaulted me, they touched on me, and I still ain't got no people.
We build community, we teach civic engagement,
Give me the right property.
and we
Shit,
activate.
I own this little bitch
Why?
ass time.
Because we need upstream policy change. I ain't gonna go into the babies in the river analogy, you heard it 1,000 times. What I need for you to understand is that all of your faces here doing this work and doing it in this peaceful way is exactly what they say can't happen. You understand that? So when this happens, we need for this energy to continue. And unfortunately, I get the pleasure of meeting you under these circumstances. Why can't we meet under the progressive, peaceful circumstances? Why are we meeting on the regular basis to show them that power belongs to the people? That's what we got to do here in Kenosha. I'm the organizer for the Kenosha Racine chapter of Expo, which means that I organize with directly impacted people every chance I get. And we partner with a group called KUSH. You should have heard of it by now. Congregations United to Serve Humanity. It's a real thing. And when whether you're a person of faith or a person of value, it is time to do this work together because that's the only way it works. That's the only way it works. We're going to close out in just a few minutes because strategically they're getting ready to do a bunch of things that we don't like. And we want to make sure everybody gets up out of here peacefully. But that word peace and that word civil disobedience, that phrase, I want you to think about that. Our man just passed a few weeks ago. He talked about good trouble.
6:46.
This is good trouble.
They ain't coming outside till it get dark anyway.
This is what good trouble looks like. We all know that what we saw on that camera was not right. We all know that that was an unconscionable thing that happened. How is it that all of a sudden we can't say that according to the mechanisms that be? We have to only say it in this very informal way. We talking about all these people that are elected. Elected officials put people in place that are appointed. The police chief isn't elected, he's appointed. And those people who work for the chief, and the sheriff for that matter, particularly the police chief, are hired on by a couple of different committees that are paying attention. Any of you heard of Police and Fire Commission? How many of you are signing up to be a part of Police and Fire Commission to change the policies that are doing all this? How many of you going to start? Show of hands. Who's going to learn about the committee so you can sign up? Show of hands. Who's going to learn about the Police and Fire and learn how they
Y'all
work?
know about these white motherfuckers in Kenosha.
That's what the problem is. That's how it changes.
Motherfuckers, black
That's
male,
what it
you
looks
gotta get
like.
the mood fuck
And it
out.
looks like all of you. As a black man, I've been black all my life. And I've been suffering through this atrocity since I was a kid. And I can tell you,
Is that a priest?
I've been through many encounters with the powers that be that I had to swallow.
Right there.
That cuts through a person's soul. That cuts into their dignity.
I feel like he might
So
see
by
me
the time
looking
a
at
young
him.
black man is of voting age, he can care less about voting. He's already been made to be disenfranchised. And I'm telling you that because I see a lot of black and brown kids going through the exact same thing. We don't need to be coming together when they hurt them. We need to be coming together now when we can help them. Little brother Blake fighting for his life. We out here supporting him, fighting for his life. You understand that? And he's fighting for his life for shit that was ridiculous, and we saw that. It is not against the rules to practice your civic rights, your civic duty. It is not against the rules to be out here and organize in this way to talk about what we've seen. It is not against the rules for us to be out here and call them on the things that they do that don't align with civility and public decency. It is not against the rules for us to work together to change the system so that it works for all of us. You understand that? I appreciate you all coming out tonight, and what I want to see is your name on the list for a follow-up. What I want to see is your name on the list to organize people to get people to the polls. I want to see your name on the list. I want to see your face on the magazine saying that you're part of the solution and not the problem. Because if you're sitting on the sideline, you're part of the problem.
Shit, y'all can ask me some questions. Fox News. Let me tell y'all something. Shit, I've been here since 2000. Who? Let me tell y'all something. Ain't shit gonna change, but they name.
On three, we all gonna say his name. 1, 2, 3.
Jacob Blake.
1, 2, 3.
Jacob Blake.
1, 2, 3.
Jacob Blake.
Let's go. Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake.
Let's move it towards this area over here by the court building.
I can't wait for tonight, bro.
You wanna go down that way or you wanna go this way?
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Police. All right, well, we gotta turn this shit up. Not now. Not right now. It's too light. It is too light because this not even Kenosha talking. Where the fuck is Kenosha? I'm seeing people I ain't never seen in Kenosha a day in my life, bro. I ain't never seen. Hey, mom. Be careful, okay? Like I ain't never seen half of y'all in a day of my life, and y'all got so much to say about Kenosha. Trying to tell me where to walk. Don't tell me where the fuck to walk, nigga. You don't even know what street you on. Can you tell me what street you on?
Let me grab a photo of this real quick.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
But don't give a dime back to the neighborhood. They so scared of you that they get a little beat up cop, go to their neighborhood in Chinatown or whatever, and they living real decent. Bringing their grandkids and shit over here to go to college off your dime. Y'all better stop.
Sneezing.
I'll put this one in there. And my shorts. Yeah, yep. That sounds good. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Right there, you bitches. Like, I do not fuck their ass out with these kind of gas. Ride around, scram motherfucker.